April 15th, although you wouldn't be able to tell that by looking outside. This is nuts. But I finally got around to changing the drain valve on this thing. The one that came with it didn't last very long. It was a pain in the butt to use. This one comes out. Easy to reach, easy to install. I'm not sure what size that the stock fitting is. I didn't have any wrenches that fitted on it, so I just bent the piss out of it with the vice grips and came right off. And all kinds of yummy stuff came out too. So this will be my 1 year review on it, even though I've had it a year since December. It's done well. I have no complaints about it, other than that it's really freaking heavy. If anybody ever wants to borrow it, or you gotta you try to take it someplace. Other than that, it works well. And one thing I stressed in my my first video on it is to change that oil, because I did 2 oil changes on it within the first month, and holy God, did all kinds of nasty stuff come out of there. So somebody asked, you know, how long it takes to fill up. They say about 6 to 7 minutes in the manual. I'm obviously not going to stand here and time it, but I'll do a quick cutout video. So it's 12:21. We'll fire her up, and then I'll turn it back on when it finishes. I goofed. I had the valve open, so I closed it, and now we're starting again at 12:22. But I just wanted to start the video back up to emphasize how quiet this thing is. I'm not raising my voice at all, and runs fairly quiet. I took the belt guard off. Looked ugly, so that's my choice. It's already up to 50, so I'll pause the video and then resume once it's almost full. Alright, almost full here. Gas. Almost full. So, about 6-7 minutes, even in this cold weather. It's about 30 degrees right now. And while this motor does draw a lot of current, a lot of people have said that it should be on its own circuit. I've been running it with my lights, and it's normally on the same circuit as that fridge, and it's never popped the breaker, so not really a super big issue. And like I said, I took the fan shroud off because I think it's ugly and improves air circulation without it. And it's in that corner. I never move it, so it's not an issue for me, although I don't recommend it if, you know, you're gonna have stuff behind it, because if something gets tangled up in there, it's gonna suck. But so far I'm happy with it. Somebody else asked me about how I put this water filter on. I loosened the big nut and turned the whole thing and removed. I don't want this thing focus. Removed that one, took it off, turned the big one, and then once I got it down at an angle below the handlebar here, I spun it on and then tightened everything back up and got it back into place. And the only reason I have that on there is because I blow up my computers and other electronics. So if you're just using it for air shop tools, it's really not a necessity, because you got to keep them oiled anyway. And speaking of keeping them oiled, this earthquake ratchet that I did a quick review on my last compressor video started giving me issues where it would work full power, but then it wouldn't, there was no variable. And so I bought a can of this stuff, blew it out, and cleaned it up, put some new grease in there, some Ingersoll Rand grease, and now it works perfect again. Whenever it starts giving me issues, I blow some of that stuff in there and she works perfect again. So this stuff is, it's definitely worth its money. Whatever, I can't remember what I paid for it. And basically, according to what I've read online, it's just transmission fluid and alcohol. But it cleans them up, and it saved this one from pissing me off and getting thrown against the wall. And this is the case that the drain valve came in. It's a Husky. Focus. There we go. And let's try her out. Well, that went well. That was funny. Scraped all the paint off. Alright, let's try it again. Okay, so don't let that go next time. And there's a little water coming out already just from that one run. But yeah, works. I think it was 20 bucks. That was funny. Sometimes you never know. So yeah, any questions, let me know. So far, no problems with this thing.